Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Khanda Sachidananda Jnana Satta Swarupini Sri Chakranayika Sakshat Pratibhatu Sadashiva. So Hari Om. By Jagadamba's grace, we started the introduction. That itself is a good sign. So, Agastya approached Bhagavan, Sri Hayagriva, and then told or reported to Bhagavan what he taught him in Lalita Upakhana. We are such good students. Sometimes, if the teacher comes to the class and repeat the previous class, we sit it and we listen it as though it is for the first time, because mind is somewhere else. So, but then Agastya wanted to prove that I am not that kind of a good shishya. I really listened to you and I understood what Bhagavan revealed to me through the Lalita Upakhana. So it's actually a condensed form, or the subjects of Lalita Upakhana is shown here. So that Varnidam, how much we said? We'll just read how anyhow. So Agastya Vacha Ashwanana Mahabuddhe Sarvashastra Visharada Kadidam Lalita Devya Charidam Paramadbhudam Purvam Pradurbhavo Madhu Tadaf Pattabhishechanam Bhandasuravadhaschaiva Vistarena Tvayodidaham Varnidam Sri Puram Chapi Mahavibhavavastaram Srimat Panjadashakshaidya Mahima Varnidastadam. So, Bhandasuravadhaschaiva Vistarena Tvayodidaha. Bhagavan, how Jagadamba appeared and how she became how she resumed the role of Maharajni, and how she killed, destroyed the Bhandasura. See, two entities cannot stay in the same place. Two lions cannot be in one. So, as long as we have this ahamkara, when we shift that ahankara to Jagadamba, then only Jagadamba will be there and Bhandasura will be destroyed. So simple. Sometimes we feel, oh, it's very difficult to give up ahankara because we are too attached with it. So when we replace this aham with Jagadamba, then aham will get perished by itself. So that's why Srimat Simhasaneshwari, she is the Mahasamratni of this entire system. When that comes, Bhandasuravadha, Ahankara Nasha, very easy. The moment the sun rises, you don't have to do something else to destroy the darkness. Like that. And Svarnitam Sripuram Chapi. Sripura, where Jagadamba resides, as we discussed also, which is Sripura, this itself is Sripura. Sri Chakra Raja Simhasaneshwari. So that Sri Chakra, Sripura, Mahameru, different names, which is Bahya also, Antarika also. So whenever Rishis, whenever we use this word, like Bhandasura is Ahankara, etc., please don't think that there was no Bhandasura, okay? We should have that kind of faith in our gurus. Many times in Shastra we use symbolism. We say that this symbolizes that. It doesn't mean that the real thing did not happen. It happened. That faith, please understand that our rishis are not liars. Whatever they say, their vak is satyam. Even if it is not happened, if they say it will become satyam. That is very important. We do have that many times nowadays. Everywhere we listen about symbolism, and then we say that this is what that is, and that's good. Bhagavad Gita never happened. That's what people say. There was no war. There was no Gita Upadesha. These are all a symbolism. No. Yes, these acharyas are narrating as one incident which happened in past because it has something to do with Adhyatmika. But it doesn't mean that that never happened. So there is always the Satta, Adidevika Satta, Adibhautika Satta, Adhyatmika Satta are always there. Please, we should have at least that conviction. We should not say that everything is just symbolism. No. Yes, symbolic meaning is also there. But it doesn't mean that it never happened. So, Bhandasura was born, Jagadamba took form, Bhandasura was killed. That's all happened in the past. But then why Rishi is only telling that? Because it has something to do with ourselves. Because Bhandasura is there in each one of us. So, whenever we use this symbolism, yes, symbolism has to be understood so that it becomes personal, it becomes adhyatmika. We get connected with the story. Because it's not something happened thousands of years back, it will happen. It should happen now also. That is the connection. Okay. So, Sripuram, so where Jagadamba resides, that Sri Chakraraja Simhasana, that entire Chindamani Griha, that all Sripuram Chapi Mahima Mahavibhava Vistaram. Bhagavan in the Sri Khayagriva, in the Lalita Upakhana, the entire Sripura is described minutely. Even in Saundarya also will see, there's Sudhasindur Madhye, Sudhasindu is there, and then Kalpakavadika is there, and then Chindamani Griha is there, then Simhasana is there. Everything is there. Not only some kind of imagination, if we really do the sadhana for that, like, what we want to gain, our Samipya and Salokya, Samipya, we can really experience those worlds. As Narendra asked Sri Ramakrishna, have you seen God? He says, yes. With my eyes I have seen. But much more clear than how I see you. So, all this Sripuram is there. Yes, this is also a Sripuram. But there is Sripuram, Mahavibhava Vistaram. So minutely it is described. How is Sripura? Each and every step is described. Srimad Panjadashakshadyaha Mahima Varnitaha. Then, how can we reach there? So there is Sripura. How to reach that Sripura? The bridge or the nauka, because it's in the midst of the Sudhasindhu. How can we reach there? The ship which will take us to Sripura is known as Panjadashakshari Mantra. The mantra is the ship. Using the mantra, we can sail towards the Sripura and we can reach there. Whether it is outward or inward. No, I am not interested to go any loka. Okay, very good. But you can go deep with it. For that also, what is the upadhi? It is the mantra. Mananat trayate iti mantra. So, Srimad Panjadashakshadyaha Mahima Varnitaha. What is the greatness of this Srimad Panjadashakshari, this 15-lettered mantra, which is the greatest mantra, the most Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitramidamuttamam. No, there is nothing greater than that mantra's mahima. The greatness of Panchadashakshari mantra is also, detailedly described. Where? In Lalita Upakhana. So already you have done all that. And then, so what else? What else is there in the Lalita Upakhana? Shodha nyasa dayo nyasa. Nyaya ghande samirita. Andaryaga kramaschaiva. Bahiryagakramastatha. Then what is explained there? Shodhanyasadaya. Nyasaha. So there is a portion there known as nyasa gandha. What is nyasa? Ni upasarga purvaka. Ni is an upasarga prefix. Okay, asadhatu. Asyati to throw. Okay, so ni asa. Nyasyati means to throw or to keep, to place. So what do you mean by nyasa? Nyasa means to keep, to invoke, to place. What? The Jagadamba, the mantra Shakti is kept, invoked in our own body. Shivam bhutva shivam yajet. Shivo bhutva shivam yajet. If you want to worship Shiva, the greatest form of worship of Ishvara is to become one with him. So, if you want to really do the japa, first we should do the nyasa. We invoke the power of mantra at different parts of our body. So there are different nyasas. It's a very huge andar nyasa, bahir nyasa, nyasa inside, nyasa outside. Okay, so it's a big science by itself. But generally, we are supposed to do 3 types of nyasa: rishyadinyasa, karanyasa, and anganyasa. Before we do the japa of any mantra, we first remember the rishi, the drashta, the seer of the mantra. And then the meter in which the mantra is revealed to us, and the devata, the goddess of that, god of the devata of that mantra. And we have to invoke the bija, shakti and kilaka. So together, this is known as when it comes to the nyasa padati, I will explain again. So this is known as rishyadi nyasa. And then karanyasa. In our hands, we have to invoke the presence of the devatas. Then hridaya, shiraha, shikha, kavacha, netra, astra. So with that, it's known as anganyasa. See, in essence, Shivaha bhutva shivam yajet. Before we chant the mantra, let us become united with that Lord, at least mentally, intellectually, and using this mantra, we should experience it. That's the technique. See, I want to go to Delhi. First, I should know that there is Delhi. Then I should know that I can reach there. Then I have to take a ticket. I have to sit in the train. Then I will reach. Like that, this is a preparation to become one with that is known as nyasa. It's a very great topic, very deep topic. So it is all explained. Nyasa khande samirita, samyakhirita. It's all said, well said, explained. What is explained? Nyasaha. Different types of nyasa. Invoking the power of devata. That's the meaning. But here there's a word, shodhanyasadaya. Shodhanyasa means that's a special kind of nyasa which is used by the tantrikas, by the tantric practitioners. All these nyasas, etc., are supposed to be chanted with Guru Upadesha. Okay? See, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, we can do japa. But if we want to use that japa with nyasa, then we should have the Guru Upadesha. Nyasa should not be used without Guru. We can chant, because it's written in the book, we can chant. But to really do the nyasa, we need the Upadesha of Guru. Okay, what is Shodhanyasa? Shodhanyasa means there are 6 principles which governs the universe. There are 6 principles which governs this entire universe. Invoking their grace, their blessings, their protection is known as Shodhanyasa. It's a technical term to invoke the grace of 6 kinds of powers which rules the universe. What are these 6 kinds of powers? One is Ganesha. Ganesha we all know. There are 51 types of Ganesha in Tantra Shastra. So that 51 types of Ganesha, what he does do, for each Ganesha's dhyanam, vastra, puja, everything. So 51 types of Ganeshas. Then Graha. How many Grahas are there? Navagraha, 9 Grahas. Then Nakshatraha, constellations. How many are there? 27 constellations. Ashwinyadi. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini. No, those constellations. They are all devatas, okay? When you say they are all devata means, see, somebody was telling, no, the people have landed on moon. Now moon is no more God. My sir, that's not the meaning. The moon, what we see is not the God. It is like a vigraha. See, we have a vigraha. In our temple, we have a vigraha. We do namaskar to vigraha. But because of some reason, some barbarians came and destroyed the vigraha, that God is destroyed. By destroying the vigraha, God is not destroyed. Like that, by landing on moon, the devata is not disturbed. It's only a locus. What we see is only a locus. A vigraha for that devata. Why I am telling? Navagraha. So these 9 grahas are there and 21 constellations, nakshatra panti. There are constellations around the, in this universe which are directly connected with our human existence. There are thousands and lakhs of nakshatras, stars, but nakshatram. No? So that which will never perish, that which actually guides our life, which are directly connected with our human life, they are known as constellations. They are known as the nakshatras. Shunyadi, 27 nakshatras are there. Devatas are there. Invoking those devata, how to meditate, all that is known as nakshatra nyasa. Ganesha nyasa, graha nyasa, nakshatra nyasa. Then comes yogini. There are sapta yoginis who are very close to Jagadamba, and there are 64 yoginis who are the protectors of black cats. So that's why they say, be careful when you do things, etc. Because Sri Jagadamba by herself is apara karuna sindhu. It doesn't matter to her whether you worship her, whether you don't worship her. It doesn't matter to her. Some people think, if we, see, our worship doesn't matter. She is Sampurna Rupini. There's nothing she wants from us. But there are, Anga Devata, Pratyanga Devata, Adhisthana Devatas, like that are there. They may not be very pleased with if you do something wrong in her presence. Jagadamba will not have any problem, but the guardians, the guards will not allow to do. There are 64 of them. They are known as the yoginyaha. So they are nyasa. How they look, how is the form of that devata, how to invoke them, how to please them, that is known as yogini nyasa. Then comes Rashi. There are 12 Rashi, Dwadasha Rashi, Makara, Kumbha, Meena, Makara, Mesha, starts from Mesha. Mesha, then Vrushabha, like the Midhuna, that Rashi Sthana. There are other different constellations in the universe. The nakshatras are related to Shashi. The nakshatranam aham Shashi. Nakshatras are ruled by the moon, and the Rashis are ruled by the sun. That's the difference. So that's why we say, now the Surya is in Kumbha Rashi. It is changed, Kumbha Rashi only is now also. What is today? Meena Rashi. English date is Meena. So Meena Rashi. Now the Surya is in the Meena Rashi. Okay? And Chandra, according to the nakshatra, Chandra moves and the nakshatras also comes in some Rashi. So anyhow, so Chandra Rashi, Surya Rashi. So this Rashi is Dwadasha Rashaya. There are 12 Rashi. I don't know what you say in English. So Rashi is Rashi. Zodiac signs. So that is the Rashi. I don't know whether to say. So Rashi is that, the zodiac, how we understand Cancer and all of them. So, but in Indian calculation, it is little different from the calculation of the Western world. But anyhow, it is there, Rashi. That is known as the zodiac signs which are ruling the universe. Rashi. So not there, okay? There are devatas. So for Makara Rashi, there is a devata. Meena Rashi, there is a devata. How to meditate upon them, how to invoke their grace and blessings on us. This all comes as the Rashi. Rashi nyasa. Then comes Pidha nyasa. There are 51 Pidhas. We say, we go to pilgrimage to the Shakti Pidha and all those. So those are like 51 Pidhas are there outside, 51 Pidhas are there inside. So the invoking those Pidha Shakti, Odhyana, Pidha Nilaya, etc., all those Pidha Nyasa is also, these are all already explained. Where? In so that's all. Shodhanyasa dayo nyasa nyasa khande samiritaha antaryaga kramaschaiva bahiryaga kramastatha. Also antaryaga. How to meditate upon Jagadamba inside. Within, how should worship? Like how should we meditate, how we should do the manasa japa, how we should do the antarnyasa. Okay, starting from antarnyasa, from manasa japa, from that to saguna upasana, to nirguna upasana, to identify the invoking the Kundalini Shakti, and then chakra bhedanam, taking the Kundalini to different chakra, and then piercing the chakra, and then reaching the Sahasrara Padma, shining there with Kameshwara, and then slowly comes down, and then all these things, antarnyasa. You may think that person is just sitting there and sleeping, but he's doing this antarnyasa or antaryaga, the worship of the Supreme inside. Antaryaga kramaha. How to do that? That's already explained. Kramaschaiva bahiryaga kramaha. But many of us are not yet adhikari for that. So what we do? Bahiryaga. Outside, we do the puja, we do the tarpana, we do the archanam, all of them we perform outside. External worship is known as Bahiryagaha. Internal worship is known as Antaryaga. So in the Lalita Paddhati, in the Sri Vidya Paddhati, both are important. Okay? So in the Kaula Marga, they start with Bahiryaga and then they go to Antaryaga. In Samaya Paddhati, most of the time they do Antaryaga. Bahiryaga is, whether you do it or not, doesn't matter. So that is the difference. Anyhow, so all this Antaryago, Bahiryaga kramaha, how to perform that also is explained. Mahayaga kramaschapi puja khande prakirtitaha. In puja khanda, so there is a nyasa khanda, a portion where it talk about nyasa is so. Now puja khanda is there. How to worship Bhagavati, inside, outside. Mahayaga kramaha. How to worship Jagadamba by a mixture of Antaryaga and Bahiryaga. Mahayaga. What is Mahayaga? Mahayaga is the proper combined mixture or combined upasana of Antaryaga and Bahiryaga the right way. It is very powerful. When a person only does Antaryaga, it's good. Some people do only Bahiryaga, that's also good. But if somebody can combine the Antaryaga and Bahiryaga in the proper way, then it becomes Mahayaga. Very fast. Chuk results. Mahayaga kramaschepi puja ghande prakirtidah. These are all explained. Now comes a very important aspect of spiritual sadhana known as Purashcharana. Purashcharana ghandetu Jabalakshanamiritam Homa ghande tvaya prokto Homa dravya vidhikramaha Chakrarajasya vidyaya Sri Vidya Upasana Rahasya ghande tadatmyam Parasparam udiritam. So in nyasa khanda, the nyasa is explained. In puja khanda, antaryaga, mahiryaga and mahayaga are explained. Then there is another khanda known as Purashcharana khanda. Puraha charati idi Purashcharana. Exclusive upasana. So, many people say that I am doing this japa for so long, but kuch nahi hota hai. Nothing happens. Now Guru told me, if you do this japa, everything will come. Nothing. What I am saying. Then there is a Vajrapani. No, Vajra, that is, what is that? That is known as Purashcharana. Take out 44 days from your busy life and dedicate those 44 days exclusively for the upasana of your Ishtadevata. That exclusive upasana of your Ishtadevata is known as Purashcharana. So, but this has to be done only after mantra diksha. Without mantra diksha from a guru, Purashcharana cannot be done. You can do japa, etc. But for Purashcharanam, you need guru mantra. Means the mantra should come from the guru and then only Purashcharanam can be done. Okay? Now what is this Purashcharanam means? Akshara laksha japa. Suppose you are chanting Namah Shivaya, Panjakshari, that many laksha japa, 5 lakh japa has to be completed within that time period. So you take up a sankalpa from this day to this day, I am doing Purashcharanam. You have to complete Akshara laksha japa at that time period. That's known as 1. That's the first step. Japa. Akshara laksha japa. That's enough? No. Then, dashamsha of that japa, you have to do havana, homa. Namah Shivaya. Okay? So, 5 lakh times you have to do japa. And 1/10 of that, how much it will be? 50,000, no? That much homa has to be. Chanting the Namah Shivaya Swaha, Namah Shivaya Swaha, like that. You have to do the havana. Japa, havana. Is it enough? No. Then you have to do tarpana. The shamsha of havana. So 50,000 is the homa. The shamsha will be 5,000. That much tarpanam has to be done. You know, with the mantras, etc., with Namah Shivaya, then you have to tarpana has to be done. You have to offer water, that is tarpana. Okay, is it enough? No. Then you have to do 1/10 of 5,000. How much it is? 500. That much marjanam has to be done. Means actually marjana is likita japa. With your ring finger, you write that mantra in a pratala and then prokshanam and then wipe it out. Again write. That is known as marjanam. That marjana has to be done. And 1/10 of that, Brahmana bhojanam has to be done. That is 50 people. So to, when you complete your upasana, then you have to invite Brahmanas and then feed them properly. So when you do all these 5 along with puja, okay, puja has to be done every day, then that is known as Purashcharanam. Purashcharana gandetu japa lakshanamiritam. Japa lakshanam. So everywhere most important thing is japa. Lakshanam here, rules of japa. This is lakshanam is not the character. Japa lakshanam means the rules of japa, how to do the japa. When you are taking up Purashcharanam, how to do the Purashcharana, how much you should do this, when you should start your Purashcharana according to your mantra. Now first what you should do, second what you should do, how should you, what should you should eat, what you should not eat. So many niyamas are there. So all those things are also explained. Purashcharana ghandetu japa lakshanamiritam. So in Purashcharana ganda that is also explained. Then homa khande toya proktaha homa dravya vidhikramaha. Then another khanda, another portion of the Lalita Upakhana is homa khanda, where homa, how to do the homa for Jagadamba. What mantras can be used, what mantras should not use, how to do the homa, what is the homa vidhi, what are the things which we can offer to that, what are the things we should not offer. The entire homa vidhanam, homa dravya vidhi, homa, not only homa dravya nahi, homa dravya vidhi, homa vidhi, dravya vidhischa. How to perform the homa, what are the things, dravya means material which we use for homa, everything is explained in homa khanda. Then comes another khanda known as rahasya khanda, the secret khanda. In the rahasya khande, also something is explained. What is explained in the rahasya khanda? Chakrarajasya vidyayaha Sri Devyaha deshika atmanoho paraspara tadatmyamudiritam. The oneness, paraspara tadatmyam, the oneness of 5 tattvas, panchatattva prakashikam. So panchatattvas are there in Upasana. What are the panchatattvas of Upasana? For Sri Vidya Upasana, one is Chakraraja, known as Yantram. Vidya is mantra. Devi is the Devata. Deshikaha means the Guru. Atma means Shishya. 5 things. Yantra, Mantra, Tadra. In Tantric Upasana, not only was anything, if you want to create nuclear energy also, there should be a nuclear reactor, and then you should need that, whatever things, uranium or things. Okay, that is known as yantra, by which we can do something. So all that equipments we need for creating anything is known as yantra. And just because we have a nuclear reactor and an uranium with us, we cannot create atomic energy. For that we should know Vidya. No, mantra is needed. Oh, we all know it, because 5th standard, 6th standard we study E is equal to MC square. All of us know this. But that is not enough. Tantra is needed. Tantra, the procedure. How actually, what is E is equal to MC square, how this E is equal to MC square can be applied and then break the atoms and create the atomic energy. For that you need all yantra, mantra, tantra. Equipments, knowledge and experiential or practical applied physics. When all these 3 are together, then you can do that. Like that in spiritual life also, you need yantra, you need mantra, you need tantra. So, Chakraraja is the yantra, Vidya. Here Vidya means the mantra. Okay, whether it is Panchadashi mantra or Shodashi mantra. Then, of course, without Devata, nothing possible. Sri Devi and Deshika Atma. So, the Devata Upasakaha and Guru. These three together becomes Tantra. Tantra means practical application. For that we need the Devata, we need the Shishya, we need the Guru to connect them. Devata and the Shishya are connected by Guru. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says, Guru is like a matchmaker which brings the bride and bridegroom together. So, Bhagavan is there, Devata is there, and then Upasaka is there. Guru is the one who brings them together. Okay, so this entire process is known as Tantra. Chakrarajasya Vidyayaha. Vidya means mantra. Okay, here. Sri Devyaha. Jagadamba, Sri Lalita Tripurasundari, Tripurashcharana is the Vidya, Devi. And Deshika, Deshikaha. Deshikaha means Guru. Disham dadati iti Deshikaha. What is the meaning of Deshika? Guru Shankara Deshika me Sharanam. You know, who is Deshika? Disham dadati, the one who shows us the path. So Deshika means Guru. Deshikaha. Atma means Shishyaha. So all these 5 factors, Chakra, Yantra, Tantra, Mantra. Chakra, Mantra, Devi, Guru and Shishya. Paraspara Tadatmyam. Essential oneness. Actually, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Brahma Paramatma alone is there, which is expressing as Chakra, Mantra, Tantra, Guru, Shishya. So, that is known as Rahasyam. What is the Rahasya? Ekamevasti. There is only one. This is the Rahasya. Even when we are perceiving the differences, even when we perceive duality, to understand that duality is only based on our perception, not in reality. That is known as the essential oneness. That's why we say Advaitam. We don't say Dvaita Bhavaha. That's why we go. So Rahasya Gande Tadatmyam Paraspara Tadatmyam, essential oneness of Sri Chakra, Panchadashi Mantra, Sri Devi, Deshikaha and Atma. This is also explained. That's why Sri Shankaracharya, Bhagavan established Sri Vidya in all his 4 madhas. Sri Bhagavan's Mata, Advaita is his Mata, his philosophy is Advaita, and the application is Sri Vidya. Each Madha is like that. One is Kalika Madha, one is Sharada Madha. Because that is the Sri Vidya is the highest way to realize Tadatmya. Rahasya Gande Paraspara Tadatmyam. Essential oneness. It looks different. Paraspara Mudiritam. That also explained. Where? Rahasya Khanda. So how many khandas are already explained? There is, Anyasa Khanda, then Yaga Khanda, Puja Khanda, Purashcharana Khanda, Homa Khanda, then Rahasya Khanda. There are more. Rahasya Gande Tadatmyam Paraspara Mudiritam. Only that? No. Stotra Khande Bahuvidhaha Stutayah Parikirtitaha Mantrini Dandini Devyo Prokte Nama Sahasrake. There is a Stotra Khanda. There is a portion of Stotras. What is Stotram, etc.? We have explained, okay? Stotra Khande. In the Stotra Khanda, in the portion where different Stotras are collected, there, Bahuvidhaha Stutayaha. Different types of Stotras. What are the different types of Stotra? Nama Stotra, Rupa Stotra, Leela Stotra, Prarthana Stotra, Guna Stotra, Tattva Stotra. That. Stotra Gande Bahuvidhaha Stutayaha. Various types of stotras. Parikirtitaha, already said. Among them, two are very important. There are many, Stotra Ganda, there are many types of stutis. Among them, two are very important. What are they? Mandrini, Dandini, Devyo, Prokte, Nama Sahasrake. There are, see, in the, Sri Bhagavati is the Maharajni, So if you go to a royal court, so the royal court becomes Purna with different angas. The main aspect or the anga of the royal court is Raja. Without Raja, what royal court? But Raja alone is not enough. Raja needs a mantri, a minister. The Raja is there, the minister is there, the court is not complete. There should be a commander in charge. Okay? So Raja is there, Mantri is there, army commander is there. Is it enough? No. There should be Rajaguru. Because all these three are Kshatriyas. There should be a Brahmana always to guide them. That's why Rajaguru is a must in the royal court. Some wise man. Otherwise, something happened, they take their sword and go and then attack and will get killed by themselves. So, there should be somebody who is wise to advise. I'm not telling that Mother Jagadamba's court is like that, but I'm telling you, so this, 4 angas, a must. When these 4 angas meet together, that is Rajya Sabha. There could be more ministers, there could be many things can be there, but this Chaturangaha, this 4 anga is must. Okay, so Jagadamba is the Rajarajeshwari. She is the Maharajni. But now she needs minister. Who is the minister of Jagadamba? That is said, Mandrini. Mandrini, Dandini, Devyo. 2 devatas. On the right hand side of Sri Jagadamba, there is Mandrini. On the left hand side of Jagadamba, there is Dandini. What is Mandrini? Mandrini means Pradhana Mandri, the Prime Minister. Who is this Prime Minister of Jagadamba? She is known as Raja Matangi. Matangi is the Prime Minister. She takes care of all administrative, aspects of this universe. The administration of this entire universe, Jagadamba is not directly involved. She is there. By her mere presence, everything happens. But all the details, it's known as Kshema Paraka. One who takes care of this entire universe, that is the minister. That's the duty of the minister. And who is the minister? Here, she's Mantrini. She's known as the Rajamatangi. So, in the Stotra Khanda, there is Sahasranama of Rajamatangi. Oh, yes. Then we should study that also, of course. But studying all this becomes a little difficult. So that's why there are 16 namas of Mantrini. We are all going to be now great, Upasakas of Jagadamba. So before chanting Lalita Sahasranama, we should invoke first the grace of Mantrini. Not that every day, but whenever like Navaratri, whenever you are taking up Lalita Sahasranama as a serious sadhana. So, also I said Mantrini, there is Rajaguru. Rajaguru is Bala Tripurambika. Bala Tripurasundari is the Rajaguru of the royal court of Sri Jagadambika. Devi, Mantrini, Dandini and Guru. Guru is Balambika. Okay. So, Mantrini. Mantrini is Rajamatangi, Shyamala. Okay. So, what is that? Just chant once so that, Sangeeta Yogini, Rajashyamala, Mantranaika, Mantrini, Sachiva, Ishani, Pradhaneshi, Shukapriya, Veenavati, Vainakicha, Mudrini, Priyakapriya, Nipapriya, Kadambeshi, Kadambavanavasini, Sadamada, Chanamani, Shodashaitani, Kumbhaja. So, Bhagavan is giving this. Okay, you cannot chant the 1,000 names of Sri Rajamatangi. At least chant Shodasha Nama, 16 namas of Jagadamba. Who is this? She is the minister. If we want to enter into the royal court of Lalitambika, you need the permission of the minister. The prime minister should allow you. Now, so one side, Mantrini is there. The other side, another person is there. Who is that? Dandini. Dandini is the royal commander of all the forces of this universe. Shatrunasha, all negativities, all the enemies within and without are controlled and destroyed by the royal commander. And her name is Dandini, because Danda is there in her hand, and in our Samanya Vyavahara, she is known as Varahi. Varahi Devi is the Dandini, is the royal commander of the forces of Lalitamba. So, Varahi. Now, Varahi's Sahasranama is also there in the place. If you wish, you can go and read it. But then, every day becomes very difficult. So, see how compassionate our rishis are, gurus. Okay, you can't do Sahasranama. Chant 12 namas. Is it possible? Okay. Panjami, Dandanatha cha, Sangeda, Samayeshwari, Tadha Samaya Sangeta, Varahi, Bodhrini, Shiva, Vartali, Chamahasena, Apyajna, Chakreshwari Tadha, Amagni, Cheti Samproktam, Namadvadashakam Muni. These are the 12 namas. So, these are all there in Bharatavarsha. Okay? In South India, Sakshal Sri Rajarajeshwari Bhagavati is there, and then Sakshal Sri Mathura Jagadamba is the Mantrini Sthana. In the South Indian Chakra, Jagadamba is the Mantrini Sthana, is Sakshal. That's why, if you see, there is a Shuka seated on his head. So that is Jagadamba is the Mantrini of bluish color, blackish color, and so beautiful she is. She is although actually the Mathura, which is actually the presiding deity of Mathura is Sakshal Sundareswara. But Sundareswara is just there somewhere. Everything is taken care by her, Jagadamba herself. So, Bhagavati is the Mantrini for us in South Indian tradition. She is the Mantrini, and Akhilandeshwari is the Dandini in South. Okay, and then who is Bala? Kanyakumari. Kumari in the Kanyakumari is the Balambika. Guru, commander in chief, and a Mantrini. And Where is Lalita Ambika? Huh? Kanji, and also Tirumichur, actually Jagadamba is there as Lalita Ambika. Where the Sahasranama, the Panchadashi mantra, was revealed. Anyhow, so Mandrini Dandini Devyo Prokte Nama Sahasrake. These are all said already. Where? In Stotra Khanda. Okay, so what do you want to say? Okay, oh, very good. You have listened what I said and you understood and you remember. Good, Agastya, very good. But that was not my intention. Now, what do you want to say? Now, this is what I want to say. Natu Sri Lalita Devyah Proktam Nama Sahasrakam Tatra me samshayo jatah Hayagriva dayanidhe Kim va tvaya vismritam Tajñatva va samupekshitam Mama va yogyata nasti Srodum nama sahasrakam Kimartham bhavata noktam Tatra me karanam vada. Oh Bhagavan, in the, everything so beautifully explained in Lalitopakhyan, everything. But, so you gave the Sahasranama of Mantrini and Dandini and all that there. But you have not spoken about Lalita Sahasranama. So sometimes, you go for a feast. So they put hundreds of curries, everything. But there is no rice. The mukhyam, the others are, all these side dishes. There are hundreds of side dishes, but with what I will eat all this? What is the mukhya? Mukhya is Lalita Ambika. And Lalita Ambika Sahasranama is not said there. Why? Please tell me, Bhagavan, why that you have skipped the Lalita Sahasranama? Natu Sri Lalita Devya Proktam Nama Sahasrakam. You have not revealed Lalita Devya Sahasrakam. The 1,000 names of Lalita Devi is not explained there. Why? Tatra me samshayo jataha. Now there is a doubt in my heart. Why you have not, explained or revealed Sahasranama? See, a guru will not reveal a shastra because of 4 reasons. Because of 4 reasons, a guru will not reveal a shastra. What are the 4 reasons? 1, because sometimes guru also sometimes forgets. He's teaching, sometimes it's all possible that he forget to mention something. Second reason is, सोचते हैं इसको करके क्या करूं? After revealing what is the purpose, there's no purpose because this fool will not understand, or this is not related to this person, he will not be able to use it. So, tiraskara, indifference. Sometimes happens that. He remembers, but then he thinks, no, I don't want to go into details. This is enough. Sometimes happens like that. Indifferent. Third is because of ayogyada. The shishya is not fit to be advised. If the shishya is not ready, then the guru will not reveal. Ayogyata. The 4th reason is rahasyam. Because this jnana, this vidya is very secret. If it is very secret also, the rishi will not reveal. So these are the 4 reasons because of which a teacher will not teach a subject in the class. So, why among these 4, what happened to you? So, Natush Tatra me samsayo jato hayagriva dayanidhe. How can you ask such questions to Hayagriva? Because he is Dayanidhi. He is ocean of compassion. If you ask this to Durvasas, that will be the last question he will ask. But Bhagavan is Dayanidhi. He is an ocean of compassion. And also it says that a Shishya should ask questions. It is like a calf, you see, if calf wants milk, it hit the udder of the cow, then only the milk comes. Like that, when a Shishya asks, Taddiddhi pranipadena pariprasnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. Pranipada, Pariprasna, Seva. All these three, okay? Only Pariprasna is not enough. Pranipada, Pariprasna and Seva. When you have these three, then the Guru will tell you secrets also. Oh Bhagavan, you are Dayanidhi. You are the ocean of compassion. Oh, tell me, Bhagavan, Hayagriva, Kim Tvaya Vismrutam. The first reason is forgetfulness. Sometimes Acharya forgets. So is it that you forgot? Kim va tvaya vismrutam. Second, tatnyatva va samupekshitam. Although the second is, you remembered, but you decided not to say because you became indifferent towards that. Is it that the reason? Third, mama va yogyata nasti. Maybe because I am misfit. No, I am not fit to know this knowledge. Because of that, mama va yogyadana stitre shrotum nama sahasrakam kimartam bhavada noktam tatra me karanam. See, here this va is used there to show that that is not the reason. Agastya knows that all these three reasons are not applicable. One is, it's not forgetfulness. Bhagavan is Bodhaswarupi. How can Bhagavan, Sakshal Hayagriva, one who is the Bodhaswarupi, embodiment of consciousness, can forget? It's impossible. It's not that Bhagavan forgot. And is it, samupekshitam? Is it neglected? No. Because this is the Rajavidya. This is the main course. So, a guru will not, avoid the main topic. So, not samupekshitam. And there is a possibility, then the third possibility is, I am not fit for this. Maybe. Maybe. Mamava yogyata nasti. Maybe because I am not fit for this knowledge, you gave up. Maybe that's a possibility. Shrotum nama sahasrakam. Shrotum nama. So maybe I am not fit to listen to this Sahasranama Stotra. Maybe that is the cause. Maybe that is the reason. Or is there any other reason? Maybe. Kimartham bhavada noktam tatra me karanam vada. Bhagavan, please explain what is the reason because of which you have not revealed Lalita Sahasranama to me. Suta Uvacha, so this is actually the Purana, it's a part of Brahmanda Purana. So, Suta is the one, Suta is explaining this to the Shaunakadi Rishis. So, Suta is reporting. Idhi prishto hayagrivo munina kumbha janmana prahristo vachanam praha tapasam kumbha sambhavam iti prishtaha. When Agastya asked that, why Bhagavan you have not revealed Lalita Sahasranama, the request is, please reveal Sahasranama. That is it. Munina kumbha janmana, the one who is born from the kumbha. Yes, I told you the story, Mitra Varuna's Vidya was collected in a kumbha. From that, Bhagavan came out. That's why he is known as Kumbha Sambhava. Means Daivikam Janmam. The Janma is not Laukika Janma, it is Daivika Janma, it's a divine birth. Prahrishtaha. When Agastya asked this, Bhagavan Hayagriva became very happy. Sometimes when we ask questions in the class, sometimes the teacher became very happy. Why? Because he understands that the Shishya is not sleeping or the Shishya is thinking properly. Then only you can ask questions. Or sometimes you become angry because the Shishya, the Guru understand the intention before the questions. Sometimes we ask big questions just to show off. मैं तो सब कुछ जानता हूँ. So then he become kruddha. But prahrushtaha. Bhagavan Hayagriva became very happy to listen to these questions of Bhagavan, of Agastya. Prahrushtaha vachanam prahatapasam kumbhasambhavam. Kumbhasambhava, one who came out of Kumbha, from a pot, that tapasa, that shows that he's an ascetic, that's Adhikari. Kumbhasambhava is Adhikari. So, it is not a third reason also. Because he is Adhikari also. So then, why is that this Lalita Sahasranama was not revealed? Sri Hayagriva Uvacha Lopa Mudra Pate Agastya Savadhana Manashrunu Namnam Sahasram Yannoktam Tadvada Tad Karanam Tatvadamite. So Hayagriva became very happy listening to this question of Agastya. Says Lopa Mudra Pate. Says, see how Agastya is, how Hayagriva is addressing Agastya. Nowadays we say, Mrs. Menon, Mrs. Varma. But that's why they say, Mr. Lopamudra. Through Lopamudra, Agastya is recognized. This is the husband of so-and-so. That is the beauty of Tantra Shastra. Many people think, why Tantra? Vaidika Dharma is there, yes. And Tantra Shastra is not against Vaidika Dharma. The beauty of the Tantra Shastra is, in Tantra Paddhati, this Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Linga, these are all not given that much importance. Striyo, Vaishyaha, Tadha, Shudraha, Tepi Yanti Parangati. Whether a Jiva is in the body of a Stri or a Purusha, or doesn't matter. In Tantra Shastra, many times actually Tantra Shastra favors women. Because Jagadamba Suripitvat. Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu. Striyas Samasta Sakala Jagatsu. Jagadamba appears as all the feminine form of this universe are Sri Jagadamba. So, see here, Lopamudra Pade. Oh, Mr. Lopamudra. Not Mrs. Agastya, but Mr. Lopamudra. Lopamudra Pade. Agastya, oh Agastya, who is the husband of Lopamudra. Savadhanamana Shrunu. Listen to me now. Why Lopamudra Pati is said here? In Sri Vidya Sampradaya, there are 12 gurus. The ancient Sri Vidya Sampradaya is revealed through 12 gurus. Among them, Lopamudra is the only one lady guru. Manu, Chandra, Kubera, Manmatha, Lopamudra, Agastya, Agni, Surya, Skanda, Shiva, Indra, Durvasas. These are the 12 Prachina Rishis of Agastya, of Panchadashi Vidya, of the Sri Vidya. So there are little differences in their paths. The Sri Vidya expressed in this universe through 12 gurus. Among them, Lopamudra is the only one lady guru. And, of course, Agastya is also maybe after this he became the guru of the, Sri Vidya Sampradaya. But Lopamudra is already established in Sri Vidya, and you are the husband of that. No, Lopamudra Pade. Oh, the husband of Lopamudra. See, Jagadamba herself, Lalita Tripurasundari Bhattarika herself is giving that, as an introduction to Trishati. There, Jagadamba is telling that, yes, please give this Trishati to Agastya. Why? They said, Vidya, there he says, Jagadamba says, Patni asya lopamudrakya mamupasteti bhaktitah ayam cha nitaram bhaktah tasmadasya padaswatat. Says, his wife, Lopamudra, is a great devotee of mine. Patni asya Lopamudrakya. The wife of this man, Agastya, is Lopamudra, and Mamupaste Atibhaktitaha. With great devotion, she worships me. And I am Chanitaram Bhaktaha. Maybe not like Lopamudra, but he is also a Bhakta. He is also a good Bhakta. Because of association, no? It's also very important. With whom we are associated with is also very important. With whom we live, very important. So, and he is living with Sakshal Sri Lopamudra, one who is the embodiment of bhakti towards Jagadamba. So, please give this to him also. So, this is one. Another explanation is this Lopamudrapati not only is referring to the relation, human relation. Lopamudra is actually a mantra. In Tantra Shastra, like what we say Panchadashi, like that, there is a mantra sampradaya known as Lopamudra. And Agastya is the master of that mantra. Lopamudra is a mantra. Maybe, Agastya loved Lopamudra so much so that he gave his sampradaya as Lopamudra. You hear about, have you heard about Bhamati? Bhamati is a commentary on Brahma Sutra. Because why that name was given to that commentary is because the composer loved his wife so much. So he gave her wife's name to his explanation, Bhamati. Maybe, we do not know. Anyhow, so this Lopamudra is not only a person, Lopamudra is also a Vidya. Lopamudra is also a Vidya, and Agastya is Lopamudrapati. He is the master of that Vidya. So, he is Adhikari. Lopamudrapate Agastya. Agastya, Agamhandi, he has destroyed all the papa. Savadhana manashrunu. Savadhan. Savadhana manashrunu. With concentrated mind. Oh, Agastya, don't take this for granted. This is the most secret and sacred knowledge. Listen to it with uttermost shraddha. Savadhana manashrunu. Namnam sahasram yannoktam karanam tatvadamite. So you ask why I did not reveal this Lalita Sahasranama to you. You ask, na? I will tell you. What is that? Rahasyamidhi matvaham noktavaste nachanyatha punascha prichato bhaktya tasmat tatte vadamyaham bruyat shishyaya bhaktaya rahasyamapi deshikaha. Oh, my dear Agastya. So, Agastya, Namnam Sahasram Yannoktam, I have not revealed this to you because Rahasyamiti Matva. This Lalita Sahasranama is Rahasya Vidya. Not because I forgot, not because of my negligence, not because of your ayogyata, but because this is very secret. That's why I did not reveal Lalita Sahasranama to you. Okay, Rahasyamiti Yatnyatva, not because of the other three reasons, because this is the most secret knowledge. Na uktavante, I did not reveal this. Na anyatha, not because of other three reasons. Okay, but now punascha prichato bhaktiya. Now you are asking this again with great devotion. Bhaktya prichataha. You are asking this with great devotion. Tasmat, because of that, tat Lalita Sahasranama te, to you vadamya. Now I shall reveal Lalita Sahasranama to you. Why? Because you asked. With great devotion you asked. So, I will reveal. Why? Because there is a Vaidika Vidhi. Veda itself says, what that? Bhruya Chishyaya Bhaktaya Rahasyamapi Deshikaha. Says, Bhaktaya Shishyaya. If a Shishya is very devoted and if he is Adhikari for a knowledge and if the Shishya asks it, then Deshika, the Guru should reveal. There are conditions, okay? First, that the Guru should feel that this Shishya is fit and this Shishya is a Bhakta and this Shishya will not use this knowledge in a wrong way. All this should be very clear. Then only the Guru should give this knowledge to him. If all these three conditions are there, then if the Shishya asks with bhakti, then the Guru should reveal this. This is our sampradaya. If you know a Vidya, Rahasya Vidya, and if a Shishya asks, a real Adhikari Shishya asks for this Vidya, you know the Vidya, but because of whatever reasons, the Shishya should be competent, the Shishya should be, you should know that this he will use it in the right way and he will not use it in the wrong way. If all these conditions are applicable and still, if the Guru will not give this Vidya to Shishya, after the death, the Guru will become a Brahmarakshas. Have you seen Brahmarakshas? In our temple there is a Brahmarakshas. So, because that jnanam is there and you have not given this jnanam, don't worry, okay? We are all okay. I'm talking about a person who actually knows this knowledge and then a Adhikari comes and asks, still if he is not giving this, because of whatever reason, then there is, because then that Vidya will be khanditam. The parampara will be broken. So, anyhow, so my dear, you ask, I'm very happy that I'm giving this to you so that my Rishi Rina is over. My debt towards the Rishis are also over. This, where it said that Bhruya Chishyaya Bhaktaya Rahasyam Abhideshikaha, in, they say, Na prishta kasyachit bruyat. Na prishta kasyachit bruyat. Without asking, don't give. Many of us who comes to the spiritual life, we have a very bad habit, especially me. What is that? The moment some, come, we start to give upadeshas, free upadeshas to people. And they don't want it. And then we give all these kinds of upadesha and then we get, they get confused, we get confused. Says, na prishta kasyachit bruyat. Until that person asks, don't tell. Because one thing is, maybe this person is not ready for it. Second thing is, even if we give, he may not understand it. Third, if he understands it, he may use it in a negative way. Naprishta kasyachit bruyat. Until asked, don't give, don't tell. Manu says, Vidya havai brahmana majahama gopaya mam sevadishte hamasmi asuyakaya najave yajanaya namam bruyo vidyavadi tadhasti. The Veda comes to the, Shruti comes to the Brahmana and says, Vidya havai, I am the Vidya. Gopaya mam, protect me. Why? Sevadihi, I am your real treasure. Oh Brahmana, protect me, because I am your real, true treasure. Asuyakaya nrajaveyanaya namam bruyaha. Please don't give this to certain kind of people. Why? Because that is said. Whom we should give? Bhaktaya. We'll come again. So, Vidya is there. We should give this Vidya nyatva kurvita. By understanding the Shishya, then only the Vidya should be given. Okay. So, this Vidya should not be given to certain people. Who are they? Bhavata na pradeyam syad abhaktaya kadachana na shadhaya na dushtaya na vishwasaya karihichid. You should not give this Vidya to certain people. Who are they? Bhavata na pradeyam. Isko nahi dena hai. You should not part, you should not give this Vidya. Which Vidya? Lalita Sahasranama Vidya. Bhavata na pradeyam. I am teaching you now with a condition. What is the condition? You should not give this Vidya to a misfit person. Bhavata na pradeyam syad. You should not give to whom? Abhaktaya. If the person is without bhakti, if there is no devotion in his heart, please don't give this Lalita Sahasranama to that person. Why? Because there is no bhakti, there is no shraddha. When there is no shraddha, then there is no value. Value of everything is based on our shraddha. See, for us, this is Bhagavan. For another person, hey, what is this? Hey, some horse face thing. See, so when Shraddha is there, it is Bhagavan. If Shraddha is not there, that's just... So, na pradeyam syat abhaktaya na pradha. Abhaktaya na pradeyam. You should not give this Vidya to a person without devotion. Okay. Now, second condition, na shadhaya. You should not give this Vidya to a shadha, a rogue. What do you mean by shadha? Shadha means a person who comes to you and learn from you. After learning, he labels it that it is his own finding. He never acknowledged the Guru. And not only that, afterwards he comes back to you and say, I know so many things. I actually know better than you. Would you like to listen from me? Such a person is known as Shadha. A person comes to you, learn from you, and then brand it as his own, and then comes back to you and try to sell it back to you. Such a person is known as Shadha. Shadhaya nadeyam. You should not give this to such people. And na dushtaya. There are another kind of people. Who are they? Wicked people. Dushtaya. What do you mean by the dushta? Dushta means two meanings. One, he learns from you. After learning from you, he criticizes you. Jnanam is gained. After gaining the knowledge, not only that they never, tell that this is from the Guru, more than that he criticizes. He doesn't know anything. And not only that, he uses this knowledge for wrongdoings. See, you have atomic energy. Why so much of things are happening everywhere on the basis of atomic energy? See, atomic energy we can use to create, clean energy and all that. But why the nations are so much afraid of going this atomic vidya to certain nations? Because there are all possibilities that they will use this vidya to destroy. That's the reason. Like that, who is a dushta? Dushta is one thing. He never, he becomes actually start to criticize the Guru and Parampara and all that. Second, he uses this vidya for wrong reasons. Don't give to them also. Na dushtaya. Then third is na avishwasaya karhijit. There's a fourth type of people. They are not bhaktas, they are not shadha, they are not dushta. They are avishwasaya. They have no faith. They are devoid of faith. Ye kya hai? Ye sab to bekar hai. No, these are all, there's no... You tell them, oh my dear son, come here, I will teach you this, and then, bekarchis. That time I can go and do some, video game. What a happiness. It's not that he will use it against you or criticize, nothing like that. But there's no faith. Until and unless the faith comes to our heart, there's no point of giving all this knowledge to people. So, avishwasaya karchidis. That person without vishwasa, you should not give. This is my condition, okay? Bhavata na pradeyam syad abhaktaya kadachana na shadhaya na dushtaya na vishwasaya karhichit. Oh, then I should not give to anyone. Yes, you can give. To whom? Sri Matru Bhakti Yuktaya Sri Vidya Vedini Upasakaya Shuddhaya Deyam Nama Sahasrakam Nama Sahasrakam Deyam. Even if that person is not asking, you can give. Because, see, somebody may not even know that there is a Lalita Sahasranama. But if you observe that this person is with four kinds of, qualities, then even if that person is not asking also, you can give. They say, Deyam. It's imperative mood. Dena, hey. You should give. Kisko? Deyam. Come. Sri Matru Bhakti Yuktaya. He knows nothing. Okay? But if there is bhakti for Sri Mata, a person who is devoted to Sri Jagadambika, whatever is his or hers, jati, niti, kula, gotra, but if that person is with bhakti for Jagadamba, Sri Matru Bhakti Yuktaya. So, there are people who knows nothing, but they have so much of love for Jagadamba. If you see such a person, you can teach this to that person. Second, Sri Vidya Vedini. So, there are other type of people. There is another type of people who they are devoted to Jagadamba and they are initiated into Sri Vidya. Sri Vidya Raja, that is Panchadashi or Shodashi Vidya. A guru has given that person Panchadashi or Shodashi Vidya. You know that a person is blessed with Sri Vidya, that means Panchadashi or Shodashi Vidya, but he doesn't know Lalita Sahasranama. Suppose such a person is there. He's initiated, but different sampradayas. Many people in South India, somehow when we grow up itself, we hear about, at least we hear about Lalita Sahasranama, we hear it from somewhere. So we know that such a Sahasranama is there, whether we learn or not something else, but there is a samanya jnana. But in many parts of the world, they don't even know that such a stotra exists. But they are initiated into Sri Vidya Sampradaya, suppose. Then to them also you can give. Even though they cannot ask you because they do not know that such a stotra is there. But you understand that this person is initiated into Sri Vidya, please teach him this. Sri Vidya Raja Vedine or Upasakaya. The most important thing is Upasaka, a practitioner. Shuddhaya, and also a person who is Shuddha, a pure, a good, pure in heart. So these are the four types of people you can give Lalita Sahasranama. Who are they? Matru Bhakti Yuktaha, Sri Vidya Raja Vedine, Upasakaha and Shuddha. So these are the four things. So who is Adhikari? A person whose heart is filled with the love for Jagadamba. What is Bhakti? Sattvasmin Parama Prema Rupa. When the Parama Prema is there in the heart, that person is Adhikari. And second, a person who is initiated into Sri Vidya, that person is also Adhikari. Third, is the most important thing, Upasaka. So, a person who has dedicated his life for Upasana. What is Upasana? That's a big topic. We will just touch. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya, in the 12th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan, 12th chapter, 3rd verse, Bhagavan gives a very beautiful explanation of Upasana. Who is a Upasaka? Upasaka, a person who practices, a person who does Upasana. What is that Upasana? We'll see in next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.